Pope condemns traveling abroad to escape coronavirus lockdowns.
Here's a summary of the article.
Pope Francis has condemned people who had gone abroad on holiday to escape coronavirus lockdowns, saying they needed to show greater awareness of the suffering of others. Speaking after his weekly noon blessing, Francis said he had read newspaper reports of people catching flights to flee government curbs and seek fun elsewhere. They didn't think about those who were staying at home, of the economic problems of many people who have been hit hard by the lockdown, of the sick people, only about going on holiday and having fun, he said. This really saddened me, the Pope said in a video address from the library of the Vatican's Apostolic Palace. The traditional Angelus blessing is normally given from a window overlooking St. Peter's Square, but it was moved indoors to prevent any crowds gathering and limit the spread of COVID-19. We don't know what 2021 will reserve for us, but what all of us can do together is make a bit more of an effort to take care of each other. There is the temptation to take care only of our own interests, he added. Many countries have imposed strict restrictions to prevent the spread of coronavirus, which has infected more than 84 million people worldwide.
This post received a score of 7,900, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
How did so many Canadian politicians decide to travel abroad?
Are we in double digits now? In London, Ontario, one of our school board trustees is taking their kids on an RV across America adventure. Edited to provide a source.
That's facing COVID face on.
Apply COVID directly to the forehead. Apply COVID directly to the forehead.
The Venn diagram of people who are traveling abroad to escape coronavirus lockdowns and Catholics who actually listen to the Pope's condemnations is probably two circles that aren't overlapping.
Either way, I'm glad he's at least saying it. The Catholic Church has a lot of problems, but I suppose I could like this Pope.
The Church isn't as much of a political monolith as many people think. Some include international differences in church policy, different religious orders with their own unique perspectives on the faith, as well as a pretty significant conservative versus progressive divide overall. The issue with all this is that the Church is supposed to be the universal church. Since he's a pretty progressive pope, some of his rhetoric and policy, even minor comments that aren't even official policy, piss off many conservatives.
Why are airlines offering flights to tourist destinations? I open Facebook and see ads to fly from Calgary to Barbados for cheap. The governments need to stop saying that all non-essential travel is banned and have these things going on at the same time.
Because these airlines still want you to travel despite possibly giving COVID to others. Southwest would not give me extension for my travel credit that hit the year mark the other day despite me explaining to them I couldn't fly all year as I work in the air and see positive people daily and didn't think it was responsible to potentially expose others. Their response was I could have traveled though. Southwest definitely lost my respect and business after their response.
They used to be a better option. Now, they are just like every other airline.
Is the Pope saying things that people might not want to hear actually causing any of them to change their behavior?
E.g. say a couple of megachurch pastors all came out against the Confederate flag. Their congregations will be made up of people against the flag, people who kinda disagree with it but not enough to say anything, people who don't care either way, and then people who support the flag and die-hard flag supporters. This will cause Group 4 to either change their behavior or hide it. So the Pope saying this should be fairly effective amongst middle classes in heavily Catholic countries, and somewhat effective amongst upper classes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.